So this is the latest story to explode, and it came about last night. Two women, speaking to the New York Times, accusing Trump of kissing and groping them, they say, without their consent. One of the accusers is 74-year-old Jessica Lees. She claims that she was just sitting next to Donald Trump, first class on an airplane 30 years ago, and then this happened.
His hands were all over me. He started encroaching on my space. And I hesitate to use this expression, but I'm going to, and that is, he was like an octopus. It was like he had 6 arms. He was all over the place when he started putting his hand up my skirt. And that was it.
Well, then, the Trump campaign firing off this response. It reads in part, this entire article is fiction, and for the New York Times to launch a completely false coordinated character assassination against Mr. Trump on a topic like this is dangerous.
So there you go. Peter Doocy live outside Trump Tower in New York. And Peter, it's not the only allegation that has come out this morning against Mr. Trump.
It's not, Martha. Everything that we're finding out about now for the first time is alleged to have happened more than a decade ago. But to run through the big 4 that are breaking this morning, there's a People magazine reporter who says that Trump was inappropriate with her in 2005 in Florida. There's a photographer's assistant also down in Florida who tells the Palm Beach Post that Trump groped her in 2003, a receptionist who says that Trump kissed her at Trump Tower in 2005, and a businesswoman who says Trump touched her on an airplane more than 3 decades ago.
I don't think I said a word. During the late 60s, 70s, and into the 80s, culture had instilled in us that somehow it was our fault. The attention that we received from men, that we were responsible for their behavior. You didn't complain to the authorities, you didn't complain to your boss. If something happened to you, you just bucked up and you went on.
None of the women whose stories we just mentioned ever went to the police at the time, so there's no years-old official records of any of it. They're basically saying that they saw Trump say that he never went any further than locker room talk with anybody, and they think that they can disprove that, Martha.
All right, so Donald Trump's lawyer is sending a response to the New York Times. What did he say?
It's a demand for a retraction, Martha. The Trump legal team thinks that the New York Times story is libelous because they do not believe that the New York Times properly vetted the accuser's stories. And we've seen a copy of this letter that was sent overnight. Part of what Trump's lawyer writes is this, quote, "It is apparent from, among other things, the timing of the article that it is nothing more than a politically motivated effort to defeat Mr. Trump's candidacy." And the campaign's spokesman, Jason Miller, adds this, quote, "To reach back decades in an attempt to smear Mr. Trump trivializes sexual assault, and it sets a new low for where the media is willing to go in its efforts to determine this election." Now, just as your show was starting about 3 minutes ago, we did get the first tweet from Trump. He waited a while to respond to this one on social media, but he wrote, quote, "The phony story in the failing NY Times is a total fabrication written by the same people as last discredited story on women." Watch. The Trump campaign is also putting forward a theory. They think that the Times is putting a lot of emphasis on this so that there's not as much talk about embarrassing details contained in the Clinton campaign's recently released hacked messages.
Yeah.
Martha?
Wow. More to come. Peter, thanks.